Welcome back, everyone, to the Rookie and the Pro. We just wrapped up week one of the playoffs.
Week 16.
And what a ride it was, with both of us having different outcomes and maybe a little bit regret on one of our sides and everything. And quite the victory on the other side. So, Adam, how did your week go?
I was I mean, let me put it this way. Josh Allen off of a projected 24 points got me 12 points. Nico Collins off of a projected 13 points got me 9 points. Jerry Jeudy off of a projected 11 points got me 3 points. My running back Rico Dowdle got me 6 points off of a projected 12 points. My tight end got 9 points off of a projected 10 points. And Minnesota Vikings got me 7 off of a projected 7 points, 7.28 points. They got me 6 points. I think overall, I did have some overperformers with Kyren Williams. And Brian Thomas Jr. did give me, and Brandon Aubrey did give me some extra points.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, my bench didn't do amazingly better. I mean, my backup tight end did better. My backup quarterback did better. My backup kicker didn't, but even backup running backs, I could have gotten more points. Especially with Chuba Hubbard getting 30 points sitting on my bench. And it would have been an extra 7 points if I hadn't touched it at all. But if I had put Brian Thomas Jr. where Jeudy was, then I could have gotten an extra 30 points. And I lost by almost 20.
Yeah, you lost by just a hair over 19, and Chuba Hubbard in the flex with Brian Thomas Jr. at wide receiver over Jerry Jeudy would have put you in the championship game this week with me.
But also the stinking Green Bay Packers got 17 points. It's like add insult to injury. I was like 10. I was like 2 points behind, and I was like, well, if the Packers just suck, and they just got like they just lost 2 points, I could have won. I could have just eked a win. I could have, but no, they had to gain 17 points. So it went from 112 points to 129 points. So yeah. So that takes me out of the running for first place or second place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll either get third or fourth, which, hey, this is my first time playing fantasy. I was gold for a bit for like 1 week.
Okay.
Because I got up to 700 points and then I lost like 17 points or whatever. Team level, yeah, I lost 17 points, so 683 now. But I was gold for a week. I did eke up over there, but yeah. So hey, still third or fourth place. That's still. Considering the fact that Yahoo projected that I was going to be dead last, at 3 wins for the entire season, and I'm sitting here at like, dang it, I didn't get into second place or first place.
Right.
I didn't get into. That's pretty incredible. Let's just be honest here. Did not expect to at least get this far. So, hey, it's something. It is definitely something.
Yeah, and you may have been projected to finish dead last, but the game, the goal of the game is to always be trying to get first place, in the end and everything. So you've definitely embodied that this year, and it's been a lot of fun. And the worst you can finish is fourth. You made it. Yeah, you made it into the playoffs your first year, in which is
I pulled the Vikings.
Yeah, you you did far
Made it
better
into the
than
playoffs and then flopped.
yeah,
Uh,
and you made it farther than I did for the first several years that I played fantasy football. So kudos to you to making the playoffs. You lost a heartbreaker there in week one of the playoffs and everything. But you still got a shot to come
at the
back, make
podium.
it right, and come back with third and walk away with the bronze trophy. So that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not looking too fantastic right now. I was projected over most wanted,
Hmm.
but now I'm sitting at 10 points behind him. And Nico, we both have one player that's played. He has
Hmm.
his tight end overperformed, and
Yep.
Nico Collins also phoned it in again. So that's not
Yeah, they didn't have a great
great.
game yesterday against
Yeah.
Baltimore at all.
So I corrected what I did last week, and I got rid of Judy, and I put Brian Thomas Jr. in my second wide receiver slot, and put Trevor Hubbard back into my flex spot. Just watch it do the exact opposite
Yeah,
again. It's
I
gonna
was just
Judy's gonna
thinking
do
that too.
fantastic. Chuba Hubbard is gonna just flop. That's
Hmm.
what's gonna happen. And yeah. Man.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. I was like, that would be funny.
That's how luck typically goes. It's always the players in your bench who are the ones that are going to get the most points.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Uh,
Um, in exact opposite of you, I had a fantastic week this week. Um, Caden Daniels just had a heyday with Philadelphia. 5 touchdown passes, good for 36 points. Um, I decided to start Keenan Allen over Jawan Jennings and Jordan Addison and Devonta Smith. Um, and I lucked out. It didn't look good for a minute, but late in the game, he got fed the ball a lot, came away with 26, or not 26, 24.6 points. Um, Derrick Henry returned to form, putting up almost 20 points. Josh Jacobs did great, putting up just shy of 19. Sam Laporta did solid with 12. Jonathan Taylor against Tennessee, 218 rush yards, 3 touchdowns, just shy of 40 points. And then Will Reichard came in clutch with 12. Denver's defense didn't do great with 3. All said and done, though, I came away with 181 points.
that's
Just,
insane.
just an
181.
just an absolute blowout of my opponent, Most Wanted, who's you're facing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Most Wanted, he was projected at 113 points. He ended up with 115, so he, went a little bit over his projected. I was projected at 112, so it looked like it was going to be a close matchup.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being a blowout.
Yeah, absolute blowout. Yeah.
In spectacular fashion. So that was a lot of fun for me. Being able to lock that championship shot down. I was hoping to see you in there, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's not the way it rolls.
Hey, at least you can root for Josh Allen without having any setback, without having to have any
Right.
anything else related to
I
that.
don't have to have any conflictions this week about
Yes,
Josh Allen. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I had mentioned to you before, like, when is it gonna burst for him? Like when is
last week.
what? Yeah, because I told you it was unsustainable. Like he was just going off, and I was like, at some point he's gonna have a bad game again. And I didn't think it was gonna be against New England because New England is terrible, and they still, won um, in pretty decent fashion as a team. But yeah, he definitely did not have a good game at all. Um, this week it's looking favorable for me. I'm projected at 112 again. And then Brentwood that beat you is projected at 97. Derrick Henry played yesterday. He did fantastic, putting up 23.5 points, so about 7 points more than his projected.
You're
That's got me
projected at 119 now.
119. Yeah, 119 now. So I'm trending green. That's always a good sign. I'm hoping that I don't have to worry about it. Brentwood having a
Yeah, but he was also
spectacular
projected in
game.
under 100 against me, so
Yeah. So you never know which version of the team you're going to end up getting and everything.
yeah.
But so far, looking good for me. We'll see how this kind of goes on. He
I don't
does
know why he didn't play
have
Patrick Mahomes.
a couple. Well, because Jared Goff is kind of one of those that you play no matter what this year.
Even though his score is much lower.
Yeah, even though the projected's lower, you just kind of lock him in like you would Josh Allen because Jared Goff has been so good this year. Um, and Patrick Mahomes actually has not been great when it comes to fantasy this year. He's had a very down year. So I understand why. He's got Goff and St. Brown on Monday Night Football. I have Laporta on Monday night, but other than that, my team's pretty much locked in by the time Sunday night's done with. So when we go into Monday, so we'll kind of see how that goes. With that being said, I also happen to have a very good week in my other league. I wasn't optimistic at first. It did not start out well for me. I was playing one of my old coworkers, Ben, who's been in my league for I want to say like 3 years now, and I actually beat his brother to get him in the playoffs in week 15.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have been playing his brother again, which would have been an easy walk-off win for me. But we entered the week like 125 for me, 122 for him. I knew it was going to be tight. I didn't have a whole lot on the early games initially, and he had more, and like he was trending up for a minute. I want to say he was trending up towards like the 140s for a good solid bit, and I was trending a little bit down into the teens, and I was like, man, here we go, like bounced again in the first round, and try to stay positive. And then things just started turning around. Brian Thomas Jr. ended up, after a really bad first half and possibly even third quarter, he turned it on to come all the way back to give me 23 points. Bijan Robinson just kind of kept getting fed and everything. He turned in 23 points. James Conner, I think he hurt his knee, I want to say like towards like the end of the third quarter or something, and didn't play in the fourth quarter. But he still managed to give me 24 points. So I was starting to trend way up. I started matching Ben's projected score of about 140. So it was still neck and neck within a point or two. And then his guys started falling off. And then we get to the afternoon games, and James Cook, even though Josh Allen only got me 13 points, James Cook ended up getting me 26. So I had a fantastic outing from him. TJ Hawkinson with the Vikings didn't do much. He got just over 3 points. Will Reichert ended up doing really good. I was debating all week between him and Jake Bates, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake Bates did all right with Detroit. He did like 12 points. But Will Riker came out with 15, so win there. Minnesota's defense did okay. They've kind of been taking a step back the last several weeks, scoring only 6. And then Justin Jefferson just went off and had a heyday, putting up 31 points. So in the end, when it looked like I was trending downward, going, low hundreds and stuff, and then coming back and like, oh, it's going to be a nail biter at 140s between the both of us. The end result ended up being 167 for me, 116 for Ben. Yeah. So
that's still really good.
Oh man,
160.
And at the time, so he had Saquon Barkley, who was he was having a field day for a good long while, put up 27 points total. And I was like, man, I just need one of my running backs to be able to, match him and everything. And Bijan and James Conner both kind of, got close. As far as, what they put up in comparison and everything, but it really helped me that he ended up having Green Bay's defense and Josh Jacobs. That gave him like 35 points. But, I mean, at that point, that was Monday night, and, I was already locked in at 167. So he would have needed like 80-some points at the time. And obviously didn't get there. So thankfully, I get to play in the championship in that league and our league this week, which looks like it's going to be pretty tightly contested. Right now, as it sits, it's a 50-50 matchup. I'm playing Jacob. And we're each actually going for our third championship in this league. And whoever wins, that'll be the first 3-time championship of the league. So we've had a lot of parity. A couple people have won 2.
So what you're saying is this is the first time you've been in a championship 3 times in a row in a single league?
So it's not 3 times in a row. It's just whoever wins this one will win their third title.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
To this point, there's like 3, maybe 4 teams that have won 2 titles. Okay. And then outside of that, like and nobody's gone back to back either. I will say that nobody's done back to back. So it's always a new league winner every single year. But there's, like I said, like 3 or 4 teams that have won twice over
in that particular
years.
League, right?
Yeah, just in this league. So.
And how many years have you guys been playing?
Since 2013, I believe, 2012 or 2013. So you're talking
so
like
that's 11,
12 years. Yeah, 11, 12 years. So whoever wins this one gets to be the third title for that person, which is really cool. It's really great to go up against Jacob and everything this year because we've been playing so long together and everything. Right now, I'm projected at 117 points. I've had nobody play. He actually has come down from like 122, 123. Oh no, he was originally at 116. And he went up because Mark Andrews did really well yesterday. And so he was projected up into the 120s, low 120s. Now he's projected back down to 116 again because he has another player playing currently who is not doing much of anything at all. So that might be the equalizer for me there. Obviously, we have to see how my team actually performs and everything. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I do anticipate this one actually being extremely close, but I'm very excited for both of them. Hoping to take home first, obviously, in both leagues this week. It's a very spread out week too. I mean, you had games yesterday on a Wednesday. You got Thursday night today. have a day off tomorrow. Then Saturday you'll have some games, and Sunday you'll have the normal slate of games
Did
and
we have
everything.
games today?
One's right now. One is going right now. Yeah, they still have Thursday night football going on.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see Seahawks versus the Bears, and yeah, the Chiefs played yesterday.
Yep.
I remember getting a notification for that. I got Apple Sports, and they
on Netflix.
On Netflix. Oh gosh.
Yeah. If you had Netflix, you could have watched both of the games if you were so inclined.
Maybe. Yeah. The question is, does Netflix have the infrastructure to handle live streaming? Because I think last time I checked, I think what was it, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight? Like it just was not working for like a lot of people wanted to watch it, and it just
no. They actually took care of that issue.
They did. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
So the Jake Paul fight. Yeah, the Jake Paul fight was kind of the beta, the test and everything, and they learned from their mistakes. They figured out what they needed to do better. They delivered and everything, and so there was no issues there. And yeah, they'll probably keep getting more opportunities going forward and everything, which should be interesting with how the NFL is just kind of spreading out their streaming options for games and everything, which makes it very interesting.
Not very good.
No, but we will we'll reconvene here after the end of this week to see where everybody landed and everything, and hopefully it's best case scenario and you take third, I take first in both my leagues, and I'm happy. So
yeah, let's see how things go in the first year,
right?
See if I can hit the podium at least.
All right, so well, we'll see you next week to wrap things up. And
last week.
Yep. We'll see you later.
Bye.